Hi, everyone. This is Heather from Skin Health Canada. I'm your education manager, and I'm super excited to introduce to you today Environ's Focus Care Comfort Plus range. And this is the range that's truly designed for clients who have highly sensitive skin. And truly sensitive skin experiences disruption, irritation, itching, burning, and redness. So again, this is the solution to help calm and soothe irritated skin. So in this particular lesson, the learning outcomes for today is first, you'll be able to identify this skin condition. How do we determine if our client has sensitive skin? Next, we'll talk about how sensitivity develops, how this skin condition develops. We'll be able to explain how Environ targets sensitivity. We'll learn how to recommend the range to directly address sensitivity. We'll know the range and the unique selling points, or the USPs, for each of the products in the lineup, which there are 4 for retail. We'll know the instruments, their benefits, and the application steps. We're going to learn how to listen for the key words that clients will tell us during consultation and during treatment that help us understand what they're experiencing so we can properly recommend or prescribe their home care treatment. And we'll learn how to handle objections because we know when we're selling retail or selling treatment, we have different objections that may arise, and how can we confidently address those? So before we get into discussing sensitivity, let's take a few steps back to skin science and talk about the different skin conditions. So whether you have dry skin, oily skin, or normal skin, you may have one of these 5 following skin conditions, or you may have several of them. First of all, on the far left, we talk about aging skin. So with aging skin, we see wrinkle depth, fine lines, laxity or loss of elasticity in the skin, and loss of radiance and that beautiful glow that we once had in our youth. Next, we have dehydrated skin, and dehydrated skin is most common in many people, no matter how much water we drink, through sweating, through just evaporation, through not drinking enough fluids, we often have dehydrated skin. Next, we have sensitive skin, and that is our topic today. And with sensitive skin, we see redness, irritation, disruption, even some flakiness, and the skin often feels in a state of tightness. It's never feeling relaxed, calm, or soothed. Our 4th condition is pigmented skin. So we often see pigmentation issues, especially as we age. And this is seen with dark spots, oxidized proteins on the skin, which is called lipofuscin, and overall uneven skin tone. And finally, we have blemish-prone skin. So here we see pimples, pustules, papules, blackheads, and again, there's overall congestion in the skin. So these are the 5 main skin conditions, and today we zone in on sensitive skin. So we introduce Focus Care Comfort Plus to address the visible signs of sensitive skin. So when we're doing a consultation and working with a client, what we want to look out for, first of all, is redness on the cheeks. Now, you may see redness all over the face, as well as the neck and the décolleté, because the skin there is also very thin and very sensitive. But we see predominantly increased redness on the cheek area. We may also see some broken capillaries here as well, because the barrier is compromised and it's very susceptible to damage. Next, we can look out for small rashes on the eyelids, even some flaking of the skin. So rashes can be tiny little bumps or flaking. And we want to look out for areas that look itchy and feel sensitive. And not just look out for them, but whenever I see a client in person, I like to look at their skin, but I also like to feel their skin. So if we feel the texture or the grain of the skin, it may feel uneven and patchy and rough in some areas. So these are the signs that we look out for with sensitive skin. So how does sensitive skin develop? Well, ideally, we all want to have a healthy stratum corneum with a healthy acid mantle. But again, there's many things that can cause sensitivity, and it can also be genetics or your DNA that causes sensitive skin. Using products that are too harsh for the skin can disrupt the skin. For example, if they have a lot of artificial color, artificial fragrance, a lot of chemicals or synthetics, it can be very unhealthy for the skin. Spicy foods can also exacerbate sensitivity and irritation in the skin. Alcohol for some people can induce sensitivity. And of course, the extrinsic factors we're exposed to on a daily basis, such as, climate change, extreme heat, extreme cold, inside our houses as well. What are we exposed to in our house? Different chemicals, dusts, etc. So here we have a healthy skin. We have a great diagram of the skin. And if we look at the healthy stratum corneum on the top, which looks like strands of hair or spaghetti noodles, it's thick, it's dense, and it's intact. In the center of our diagram, we see an orange circle, one dark orange circle with 5 tiny little brown tadpole-looking things, and that is actually a Langerhans cell. And so we have Langerhans cells in our skin because they act like the police, and they prevent the protesters, which are bacteria and pathogens, from entering the skin and causing disruption and inflammation. However, what happens for sensitive skin is the stratum corneum has become thin. So that barrier of the skin that acts as protection or as a defender starts to become thin. So if we look on the right-hand side of the diagram, we'll see those spaghetti hairs are almost depleted. So we've already created a pathway for bacteria and pathogens to make entry into the skin. And over time, when this protective barrier is compromised, we see an increase in Langerhans cells. So in our first slide, we saw 1 Langerhans cell. Now we see 5 Langerhans cells. So the police come out, they have to protect again against these protesters or invaders of the skin, which when they finally enter and the Langerhans cells cannot fight them anymore, we get disruption or inflammation. And we know when inflammation is present, we accelerate the aging process, and the signs of premature aging, they exist, they start to happen. So how does Environ target sensitive skin? Well, as skincare professionals using medical grade skincare, our most important objective is to have a proper consultation with the client to talk about their concerns and what they feel. Some of these statements clients may make with regards to their sensitive skin may include, everything I use makes my skin itchy, or everything I'm using on my skin burns me and it's so uncomfortable, I can't use anything. They may say, everything I use makes my skin feel so dry and extremely tight and uncomfortable. These are key words that help us identify sensitive skin: burning, itching, tightness, discomfort. So we have a solution. First of all, of course, we know with Environ, the key element we need to begin with, or the philosophy, is to normalize the skin, to put it in a state of healthy balance with the vitamin step-up system. Then step 2, we can target with confidence and add the Focus Care Comfort Plus range. So let's watch a quick video on how Environ targets sensitive skin. So again, it's all about achieving a flawless, beautiful skin and comfort. We call this range Comfort Plus because these are the clients that are coming to us with disruption, irritation, and their skin just doesn't feel good. So let's take a look at the hero products in this lineup. And for retail, we have 4 SKUs, 4 products with great USPs and a great ingredient base. Starting with our Vita Enriched Colostrum Gel or Colostrum Gel. And this particular serum is going to assist in restoring the appearance of sensitive and compromised skin. So this particular product, it's important to note, it only has a shelf life of 6 months because there are no preservatives in it, and it really has to be used right away. The client, when they take it home, they need to use it within 10 to 12 weeks, okay? So that's the expiry from opening, so 10 to 12 weeks. But I always say, if a client's not using their product within 10 weeks, they're probably not using it as they're supposed to. So again, we may need them to use it morning and night and ensure they use it on time. When they're using the colostrum gel, we want to make sure they pre-cleanse the face and tone. They can apply the colostrum gel and then follow up with their recommended vitamin A moisturizer from the Step Up system. And as mentioned, the colostrum gel can be used morning and night. It comes in a 30 milliliter size. And let's look at the hero ingredients. So first of all, we have colostrum. So if you're not sure what a colostrum is, your colostrum in mammals is the first form of milk that is excreted once you deliver that child or that baby. And colostrum is so important because when it's delivered to the youth, it is highly active in bioactive substances or compounds, and it's going to help boost the immunity. It has great essential growth factors, and it mimics, or it is, again, it's closest to what our human DNA needs. So in Environ's Comfort Care Colostrum Gel, we use bovine collagen because it's the closest to human colostrum. Next, we have the Simicifuga racemosa root extract. If you actually research this particular ingredient on the internet, it's often referred to as black cohosh. And this is an indigenous remedy that has been used for centuries because it's very, very powerful for relieving pain. Traditionally, they used to use it for snake bites and other irritation. But in skincare, we used it because it's not only soothing for the skin, it's ideal for chronic inflammation, and it has highly effective antibacterial properties. Next, we have our magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. So this is our form of vitamin C. We know vitamin C has so many great effects, which is why Environ uses it in many products that are offered. And the vitamin C in this case is ideal because it's going to help protect against photo damage and UV damage. It's also going to fight those environmental aggressors, of course, and free radicals. Next, we have our tocopherol acetate. So this is our vitamin E, and vitamin E also will offer photoprotection. So we want to protect against all the UV light as well as blue light. We're always exposed now to our laptops, our tablets, our cell phones, and fluorescent light in our homes. So it's so essential we fight against these type of free radicals, and we are going to get photoprotection. And of course, we have lavender oil. So lavender oil is very calming and soothing, and it's a great essential oil. So that was our colostrum gel. Next, we have the Vita Enriched Antioxidant Gel. And this is another savvy product because it's going to assist in protecting sensitive skin from the damaging effects of free radicals. So we're constantly exposed to free radicals, whether we're in our homes or outside. Pollution, we're exposed to chemicals, we're exposed to emissions from cars. So how can we protect the skin from that? Well, we have the Vita Enriched Antioxidant Gel. So this particular product comes in a 50 ml size. And again, we would first cleanse the skin and tone the skin. And then we can use our Vita Enriched Antioxidant Gel, followed by our vitamin A moisturizer. We can use this product morning and evening, and it can also be mixed with your recommended vitamin A moisturizer, meaning you can create it into a cocktail. Key ingredients here, well, we have, first of all, beta carotene. So what is beta carotene? You've probably heard beta carotene is often found in carrots. Here, beta carotene is going to offer UVA protection. It's highly antioxidant, or it's a rich antioxidant because it's going to help prevent oxidative stress in the skin. We have also a vitamin C, tocopherol acetate, which is our vitamin E, and panthenol, which is our provitamin B5. And this is a key ingredient as well, because we know with sensitive skin, we have a compromised barrier. And the panthenol is going to help prevent TEWL, which is our transepidermal water loss. So, sensitive skin, the barrier is compromised. It often feels dry and dehydrated. So we want to maintain and hold as much moisture or water in the skin as possible. Next, Environ introduced this product late 2020, early 2021. It is a beautiful product for people living in urban areas. It's called the Complete Anti-Pollution Spritz. And this is great because it can be used throughout the day on top of your makeup. It can be used if you're out, at the park, or you're out doing outdoor activities. Again, because we want to offer free radical protection and environmental protection. And this spritz is going to effectively calm, rebalance, and strengthen the skin's resistance against harmful effects of pollution. So let's take a look at this product. So we can pre-cleanse and cleanse and tone the skin, apply our moisturizer, our SPF, and we can use this product throughout the day or when required. So it's a great size. It's 50 ml. It can fit in your purse or in your makeup bag and go everywhere you go. Even if you're flying on a plane and you need to refresh the skin, we know that there's lots of contaminants, for example, in the plane. It's a perfect product for that. Let's look at the ingredient lineup. So first of all, we have the ascorbyl glucoside. So this is our vitamin C. So vitamin C, again, is our free radical scavenger. This is a water-soluble form of vitamin C. It's going to help offer some UV protection for the skin. And ascorbyl glucoside also helps to decrease erythema in the skin and can help prevent sunburn. Next, let's look at some of the key ingredients in our complex. So Environ uses some really active complexes. In this particular product, we have 4: Actibiome, IBR Herbiotect, Polustop, and Detoxophane. So let's first look at Actibiome. So the Actibiome, first of all, has a few different types of algae in it. We have brown and green algae. So we have the Laminaria digitata extract, which is the brown, and Chlorella vulgaris extract, which is the green microalgae. The brown algae works on cellular energy of the skin. So we know with the aging process, the skin can get lazy, ATP energy starts to decrease, but the brown algae is going to help stimulate this. And it's also going to help prevent the breakdown of our collagen fibers, which is super important for the overall elasticity and collagen network of the skin. Also, too, brown algae is a high antioxidant. Next, we have the green microalgae, and this is really rich in vitamin C. So this algae is highly potent in vitamin C, and it's going to also help inhibit tyrosinase activity. So we know when our skin is exposed to sun, it wants to produce melanin. This particular ingredient is going to inhibit the tyrosinase enzyme from producing melanin. The green algae is also going to contain fatty acids, which help prevent the bacteria that is associated with acne. So this is ideal. So if you have clients who have acne breakouts and it's getting worse too, wearing a mask all the time, this particular ingredient is key because it fights or prevents the propionone bacterium that is associated with acne. So those are your key ingredients in Actibiome. Next, we have the IBR Herbiotech. So in this particular part of the complex, we have water, glycerin, inula helenium extract, and this particular extract is going to help fight blue light damage. So the effects of the light from, again, all our devices, our televisions, laptops, computers, etc. And it's ideal for fighting urban pollution. Next, our third complex in this fabulous ingredient is called Polustop, and this particular one is going to help fight pollution. So we're looking at all the free radicals and chemicals that we're exposed to, especially in urban dwellings. And finally, we have the detoxophane. So we have a combination of garden cress sprout extract, glycerin, and lecithin. And a savvy antioxidant on the bottom, we cannot forget niacinamide, vitamin B3. So a great all-rounder. Again, this product can be used throughout your day. It can be spritzed on top of makeup. Just make sure your client closes their eyes before. And our final savvy product in the Focus Care Comfort Plus is the Purifying Anti-Pollution Mask. This mask is ideal for anybody who needs to decongest the skin, absorb impurities. It's going to be soothing and calming, and it's still going to protect the barrier to ensure that it doesn't get compromised. Everything that Environ does wants to maintain the integrity of the skin, and especially that epidermal layer. So this mask is sort of a grayish color when it's applied. And again, it can be used as a specialty treatment 2 to 3 times a week. Like any other mask, we want to make sure we thoroughly cleanse the skin and tone it. And then the mask can be applied in a very thin layer and left on for 20 minutes. You can rinse it off, and or before you rinse it off, you can massage in circular motions with a little bit of tepid water on your fingertips to polish the skin and purify the skin. After removing your mask, of course, you would follow up with your Environ toner and vitamin A moisturizer. And again, this is a specialty treatment. Masks act like a vacuum for the skin because they draw out the impurities, or this particular mask draws out the impurities and congestion. Now, this particular mask has great ingredients. So first we have the Japanese charcoal powder. We have kaolin clay. So clays, again, they detoxify the skin. They are the great purge the skin needs to absorb all those excess impurities. But what I love about this formulation is this kaolin clay, because of the other active ingredients, it will not get hard or crispy like traditional clays. It stays moist on the skin. Then we have 2 key complexes in this product. We have the acnacetal, and the PhytoFuse Renew. So what do these 2 great complexes do? Well, the acnacetal is anti-inflammatory, it's a pore cleanser, it's antibacterial and antifungal, and it is going to ensure that we establish the physiological balance of the skin in acne-prone skin or combination skin. So again, this is ideal for clients with oily acneic breakouts. Why? It's going to balance sebum production as well, because we have an extract of royal jelly in there. And we know that royal jelly is the food of the queen bee. It's rich in carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. Then we have our next complex, which is the PhytoFuse Renew, which has the Rose of Jericho extract. And this one's going to help with cellular proliferation. It's going to help soothe and protect the skin and wound healing. So the Rose of Jericho is known for wound healing to help repair the skin when there's damage. And we know with sensitive skin, that barrier can be compromised. We have disruption. We may have micro cuts. How can we repair the skin with these specialty treatments? So this is the PhytoFuse Renew. Finally, we have shea butter, which is a natural moisturizing factor, will give some lipids and nourishment to the skin, and hydrolyzed jojoba esters. So a great well-rounder here. So that was our lineup of Focus Care Comfort Plus with Environ, the solution for sensitive skin. I thank you for joining, and we'll see you for our next lesson.